Hello students. In this video, we will continue with the chapter Introduction to Microbiology. In the last part, we had learned about different products that is prepared with the use of these microorganisms. Now the microorganisms which are used, they are used in different industries and how different types of products are prepared. Let us now move forward with the microbial enzymes. So nowadays, instead of chemical catalyst, we use microbial enzymes. Now these microbial enzymes are used in chemical industries. These enzymes are active at low temperature, pH and pressure, due to which energy is saved and also erosion of the instrument can be protected. Now enzymes, they carry out specific process, so the unnecessary byproducts are also not formed and the purification expenses can also be eliminated. So in case of microbial enzymes, uh, there can be elimination and decomposition of the waste material. It can be avoided by using of these enzymes. So we can say that these enzymes are eco-friendly because no type of pollution can be created. So if we have to look for the different types of micro enzymes, there are few examples like there is oxidoreductase, transferase, hydrolase, lyase, isomerase, ligase, and nowadays these enzymes are used in many industries like leather, paper, plant extracts to make cheese. So in all these industries nowadays, instead of using chemicals, we use these microbial enzymes as a catalyst. Xanthan gum is obtained by fermentation of starch and sugar molasses, and we use a microbe which is called as xanthomonas. So different types of xanthomonas species are used to ferment the different types of starch and molasses, and it is useful due to the properties like solubility in hot water and cold water, high density. It is also used for production of pigments, fertilizers, weedicides, textile pigments. Xanthan gum are usually added to give thickness to the ice creams or pudding or chocolate, so that the thicky texture that you get when you go to buy ice creams or puddings, so that thicky texture, the thickiness in the particular food material can be provided with the help of xanthan gum. Now, have you heard about antibiotics? Now, many diseases of humans and other animals have been controlled due to these antibiotics. Last year, you have studied about antibiotics, broad spectrum and narrow spectrum antibiotics. So these antibiotics can be obtained from different types of bacteria and fungi. Now, many antibiotics are there in the market, like we have penicillin, cephalosporin, monobactam, bacitracin. All these antibiotics are used to treat the infections of the respiratory tract, urinary tract, etc. etc. Now, biofuel is important among the renewable source of good energy, and these fuels are available in solid form, in liquid form, and in gaseous form. If we talk about solid form, coal, then we have cow dung, crop residue. All these are solid forms of biofuels. We have liquid forms also like vegetable oil, alcohol, and gaseous form like gobar gas, coal gas, etc. So these fuels are easily available and they are also available in plenty of quantity, and these are also a reliable fuel for the future as these are less pollution causing and also it is degradable source. Now, microbes can also be used in pollution control, which is called as microbial pollution control. Solid waste, sewage, and various pollutants are increasing day by day, and it leads to a lot of pollution. So, because of which also lot of diseases are increasing, degradation of environment is happening, and this has become a worldwide problem. This problem especially in densely populated countries, and it can affect the livelihood of the people. So we use microbes to dispose the solid waste, and this can be done through landfilling sites and sewage management. Now in urban areas, the waste causes a lot of problem. So there are landfilling sites which are prepared. A large pit is dug in open space and this is dug far away from the residential areas. Now these pits are lined with plastic sheets. Now these sheets are added so that the pollution could not go to the soil and it won't lead to soil pollution. The leaching of the toxic chemicals and harmful materials can be avoided. The waste is compressed and the compressed waste is dumped into these pits. It is covered with the layers of soil and then sawdust. We add leafy waste. We also add some types of biochemicals to it. Now there are also bioreactors which are placed in these microbial pits. Now the microbes present in the soil and the top layer, they will try to decompose the waste. After some time, the completely uh, filled waste, the pit, it is then sealed with a soil slurry. And then after few days, after few years, compost can be obtained from it and the compost is the best quality compost. So in this way, even compost is obtained and we are even getting rid of the waste which is produced in the urban areas. Now, sewage management is a problem which each and every country faces. In villages, it is very easier to dispose the sewage in the soil or in the biogas plant. But in cities, it becomes a little difficult. There should be proper processing units which has to be set up. There should be also microbial processes which should be done on that sewage. So, which microbes should we use? So, the microbes which can decompose any compounds, they can decompose and destroy the pathogens of cholera, typhoid. These types of microbes are first mixed into the sewage. Then these microbes, they release methane and carbon dioxide and they release these two gases by decomposition of carbon compounds which are present in the sewage. Then the phenol oxidizing bacteria, these are added to it so that they can decompose any other foreign chemicals which are present in the sewage. After some time, the sludge which is there, all the solid particles, that settles down in the process and which can be used as fertilizer. The water which is released after all the microbial treatment, that water is now safe for the environment and microbes are used for bioremediation of the environment pollution due to these sewage. So as we are using microbes here, so we call it as bioremediation. Now we all know that how human being is making progress with new and new technologies every day. But this has led to lot of pollution. This has led to environmental pollution and degradation. And this pollution is increasing day by day. So to remove that pollution, there are few control measures which can be taken on the soil, air or water. And these pollutions can be removed with the help of microbes. So microbes have natural ability of decomposing the man-made chemicals. The hydrocarbons and other chemicals, they have the ability to transform them into simpler compounds. They break them into simpler compounds and then that simpler compounds can be decomposed easily. So a common example is like metals like copper, zinc, uranium. All these metals, they leach in the environment and that is why these have to be converted into compounds before leaching, before throwing them away, and this can be converted with the help of thiobacilli and sulfobacilli where they will convert them into simpler compounds and because of which they will not lead to leaching of the toxic chemicals. So this type of technology is called as clean technology. A lot of pollution can be controlled with the help of these microbes. A common example is of oil spill. Now, spilling of petroleum oil, it usually occurs on the ocean because of many reasons, and it can be toxic to the life, that is the aquatic life, the plants, the animals can die because of the layer, the oxygen won't go inside. So we can remove the toxic layer of the oil with the help of few microbes like Pseudomonas and Alcanivirax. They have the ability to destroy the pyridines and other chemicals, and that is the reason as they are destroying the hydrocarbons, they are also called as hydrocarbonoclastic bacteria, that is HCB. They are able to destroy the hydrocarbons. There are other microbes also which are used for different purposes to eliminate pollution from different areas. Even plastic bottles are formed from the chemical substances, that is PET, polyethylene, tetraflate, polyester. And nowadays, in urban areas, in city areas, usually there is lot of plastic waste. So it has been observed that there is a species, that is Vibrio idonella, where these species can digest, they can decompose PET, that is polyethylene, terephthalate, polyester, and in this way the harmful effect of plastic can be reduced. Now microbes are also used in farming. It is used as microbial inoculants and bioinsecticides. So some microbes containing inoculants are produced by the process of fermentation. These inoculants are then spread on the seeds before sowing them, and the inoculants will have those microbes inside them. Now these microbial inoculants, they have nutrients in them. They will supply enough nutrient to the plant, and the quality of the food can be improved. So solution containing azotobacter and artificial nitrogenase is used in organic farming. Especially in organic farming, we use microbial inoculants. Now these inoculants will produce a good amount of fertilizer to the plant. It will even provide nutrients to the plant, and all the harmful effects of the plants which used to face earlier, those things can be avoided, and we can get the plant with more nutritive content. Now, microbes can also be used as bioinsecticides and pesticides. So, bacterial and fungal toxins which can destroy the pests and pathogens which harms the plant, that can be added into the plant with the help of this technology. And being toxic to insects, they will not eat the plant, and because of which the vegetation can be prevented. Similarly, bacteria or some species of fungi and viruses are also useful as pesticides. There is a pesticide which we call it as spinosad, which is a byproduct of fermentation. It is used as a biopesticide. So we don't have to use any chemical pesticides or chemical fertilizers, or we don't even have to add any chemical substances to the plant which to destroy the other microbes or other insects or other pathogens. These microbial pesticides will help to eliminate all of them.